Tonight, a decades-old law creating new barriers for women who are facing unfathomable challenges in Missouri.
I had asked my husband at the time to go and get help because I had realized that he was being abusive towards me and towards my child. He was not getting help, so I decided to file for divorce.
That's Elle. She's a domestic abuse survivor living in Missouri. We're not using her name out of concern for her safety. When she attempted to file for divorce while pregnant with her second child, her own lawyer told her she'd have to wait to give birth, citing a law put on the books in the 1970s.
I was crying and literally felt defeated and broken that I couldn't help protect my kiddo. I ended up having to go home to the home that I shared with my abusive husband. I continued to be physically, sexually, and mentally abused. I had to sleep on my child's floor in the night just to protect my child. This is all while being pregnant. I was yelled at, pushed into the walls.
The state law requires women to disclose whether they're pregnant when filing for divorce. And according to the law, judges cannot finalize the divorce during pregnancy. It was originally put into place to ensure the biological father would remain financially responsible for a child. But fast forward 50 years or so, now in the U.S., women who are pregnant or have recently given birth are more likely to be murdered than to die from causes related to their pregnancy. Researchers from Harvard attribute this to the combination of domestic violence and firearms. Advocates say the Missouri law specifically is weaponized against domestic abuse victims, often in the form of reproductive coercion.
So their partner was using their pregnancies or their existing children to keep them in a marriage. Sometimes that looks like messing with birth control. Sometimes it's not allowing them access to any kind of reproductive care. Sometimes it's spousal rape.
Democratic State Representative Aune introduced new legislation in hopes to reverse the law.
What I'm aiming to do here really is to give judges just another tool in their toolbox.
But the path ahead here is uncertain. Aune is a Democrat, which means her bills get little attention in the Republican supermajority state house.
I had a Republican representative say to me, it's too bad that there was a Democrat that put this forward, because we could have probably gotten it passed if it was a Republican.
Texas, Alabama, and Arkansas also will not finalize a divorce if one party is pregnant. All of these states and Missouri also have total abortion bans.
How much, from your perspective, does the fact that Roe v. Wade was overturned play into this?
Huge. It's huge. In the wake of that abortion ban, yes, this bill is even more needed than ever, because if you can keep a woman pregnant and in a marriage she doesn't want to be in, she is forced to carry that pregnancy to term. And it's looking like she's also being forced to stay in a marriage that she doesn't want to be in.
For Elle, it took 6 years to ultimately feel safe and secure after processing her divorce.
If it would have been granted when I initially went, I do honestly feel that there would have been less trauma. The pieces that those two children went through are still affecting them today at school age.
Generational trauma seemingly kept going because of a political debate. Maura Barrett, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.